Hello, and thank you for watching series on home buying. Next topic I want to talk about is student loans. Student loans in a home buying process. Nothing wrong with that. Everyone has student loans. Well, I shouldn't say everybody, but majority of Americans have student loans. They are calculated in your debt-to-income ratio, which you covered in the series prior. So take a look at that. How do student loans work? They're not a game stopper by no means. You can still qualify with student loans. There's a couple things with student loans you need to know. One, they are calculated in your debt-to-income ratio. We covered earlier. What that means is whatever your minimum payment is on student loans they are calculated in that dollar that you can qualify for. The thing with student loans that people think is, well, they're deferred, so I don't have a minimum payment. That's correct. You don't have a current monthly minimum payment on your student loans because they're in deferment. Now, when you get to a loan officer, they have to calculate a minimum payment because at some point those student loans would probably become due. Here's where the calculation comes into play, and it could determine how much less you can qualify for a home. What I mean by that is, what they do is the calculation used for student loans that are in deferment is 1%. So 1% of your entire balance, for every $100, it's $1. Did I do that math right? I believe I did. Anyway, so 1% of your total student loans. Now, the challenge sometimes you see with the 1% calculation on deferred loans is this. If student loans are very high, that minimum payment calculated at 1% would be a ridiculous amount of money, hundreds of dollars a month. Typically, if a loan is not in deferment, you wouldn't pay that high minimum payment. They would reduce it down realistically. Unfortunately, the calculation across the board is 1% for deferred loans. Now, that doesn't have to stop you. We certainly have a loan officer look at that and determine other debt-to-income ratio and other items that could be reduced to offset that deferment. Or does it make sense to come out of deferment? That is completely something you want to talk to your loan officer about to make the most logical sense for you and your financial condition and your ability to purchase a home and the amount of home you can purchase. So when we get you that loan officer, that's who can tell you more about that. But I wanted to kind of give you the insight on deferment versus non-deferred student loans and how they play a part in the home buying process. Thank you for watching. I'm always available. Michael Howell, www.homesbyhowell.com, 904-386-9926. Let me know if you have any questions. Thank you.